we are looking at these, if there's no common coefficients, we will multiply one or both by a number to create matching but opposite coefficients. Okay. By that I mean I need like a positive 1x and a negative 1x, a positive 2y and a negative 2y, a positive 3x and a negative 3x, a positive 4y and a negative 4y. So same number, but one of them has to be positive and one negative, just like yesterday. So, when we go through these, we are going to have to figure out, first of all, which variable we want to cancel out. It does not matter. You can do either variable. So if I cancel x, but you are going to cancel y, that's fine. We have to make the coefficients the same number, but opposite sign. So if I'm looking at this first one, do you want to cancel the x or the y?
X.
Okay. So let's look at the bigger number. This one's a positive 2. So if they're going to cancel, what does this one have to be? Negative 2. So I'm going to multiply that by a negative 2. So now you take everything times negative 2. So it's a negative 2x minus a 6y equals negative 12. Do we have to multiply the second one by anything? No, it already has the 2. Okay, now we're just going to add them together like yesterday. So negative 2x and positive 2x cancel out. Negative 6y plus negative 7y is negative 13y. Equals, bless you, negative 13. We divide. And we get y equals 1. Once you have your y, how do we get the x? So let's say I went to the first equation. The x plus 3 times 1 equals 6. Subtract the 3. So x is 3. And then at the end, I always let that word pair. Make sure a couple of you on your homework were flipping the x and the y. It's always x then y. So my solution is 3, 1. Any questions on that? Let's look at number 2. So you have to decide, do you want to cancel out x or y first? The y. Okay, so the bigger number is 3, so to get a, what would I have to turn this one into? Alright, so we need to multiply it by negative 3. So the first one stays the same. Second one we have negative 6x minus 3y equals negative 15. So if we add these together, 9 plus negative 6 is positive 3x. Positive 3y, negative 3y cancel, equals negative 3. Divide, and x is negative 1. So then let's plug it into which one? Here? Bottom one? So 2 times x, which is negative 1, plus y equals 5. Add the 2. So y is 7. So xy, our point is negative 1, 7. Why don't you guys try number 4? So, several people did number 3. I'll probably just go ahead and work both of them. On number 3, which one is the easiest to cancel? The y. How would you do that? Whoops. What would you- So I'm taking everything in the first one times 4. And did we change the second one? No. So when we add those together, 12x plus 5x is 17x. Negative 4y and positive 4y cancel. Equals 68. Divide. And x is 4. So then we have to plug it back in, either equation. We went to the first one. So we have 12 minus y equals 14. Subtract the 12. Divide by negative 1. And y is negative 2. Number 4, yeah, you can cancel x or y pretty easily. If you canceled x, what would you have to multiply by? If you want to cancel y, what would you multiply by? Positive 2. So either way will get you there. So everything in the first equation, if we multiply by negative 5, so then negative 5 and positive 5 cancel. Negative 5 plus negative 2 is negative 7y equals negative 35. Divide and we get a positive 5. Plug that back in. So x equals negative 8. Negative 8. Are there any questions about those? I want to go to problem 6. Okay, what do you want to cancel? What? Okay. So in order to do that, they have to be opposite signs, same number, so we need to multiply everything in the first by negative 2. And the second equation we did not multiply, so it stays the same. When I add these together, negative 6x and positive 6x, they cancel. Negative 2y and positive 2y cancel. If everything's gone, what do we put? 0. If everything's gone, like 5 plus negative 5, that's just 0, equals, what's negative 4 plus 4?
0.
So we have 0 equals 0. If I have a false statement, like 0 equals 4, then we know it's no solution. This is infinite. All right. I want to do maybe 2 more, and then I want to give you guys time. Let's look at problem 8. Does anything, is it an easy fix? No. So this time, we are probably going to have to multiply both equations by something. It doesn't matter which variable we cancel. So pick one. Which one do you want to get rid of? X. Okay. So if I'm getting rid of X, I have to turn them into the same number, but opposites. So we have a 3 and a 5. What can we turn those into? 15. So the first one we would have to multiply by 5, and that would give me 15x plus 15y plus 45. The second one, I need to get my x to be a negative 15. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15x. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12y equals negative 30. Right, is everybody with me there? So it's okay to multiply both equations by something. Then when I add, my x's drop. 15 negative 12 is 3y equals 15. Divide, and the y is 5. Okay, everybody should be writing this down so you have one to look at later. What would you do now? Yeah, plug it in, one of those equations. And we get negative 2. So my answer is negative 2, positive 5. You okay? I want you to take a second and look at the next one. Before we talk about it together, look at the next one. So problem 9, figure out what we would multiply by. So what do you guys think? Which variable do you want to cancel? X works. So would you multiply the first one by? If you were canceling y, you would multiply it by 10. Either one is fine. So we're going to get 35x plus 63y equals negative 70. And then what do we multiply the second one by? Negative 5. So we have a negative 35x minus 50y equals 5. So x's cancel. Negative 5.